You think the Titanic was sunk by an iceberg? You might have the wrong story. The real killer was already burning deep inside the ship's hull before it even left the dock. A fire, raging at over 1,000 degrees Celsius. It had been burning for 3 weeks, and it was smoldering in the exact spot where the iceberg would later tear the ship apart. This isn't speculation. This is documented, photographed, testified to under oath. So why don't you know about it? April 10th, 1912. Southampton, England. The Titanic is about to embark on its maiden voyage. 2,224 souls are boarding the most luxurious ship ever built. Champagne flows. Cameras flash. The world watches in awe. But deep below deck, in coal bunker number 6, something is very wrong. A fire is burning, and it's been burning for days, maybe weeks. Coal fires weren't unusual back then. When you store thousands of tons of coal in confined spaces, spontaneous combustion happens. But this fire was different. This fire was in bunker number 6, located directly behind boiler room 5 on the starboard side, the exact side that would later collide with the iceberg. The crew knew. The firemen were working around the clock to move coal away from the heat, desperately trying to reach the source. But they weren't trying to put it out before departure. They were trying to hide it. Chief Fireman Frederick Barrett testified at the official inquiry that the fire had been burning since the ship left Belfast, 10 days before it even reached Southampton. And yet, the ship still sailed, with passengers, with children. Why? Let's talk about that location. Coal bunker number 6 wasn't just near where the iceberg struck. It was precisely where the impact happened. In 2017, a photograph was unveiled that had been sitting in a private collection for decades. It shows the Titanic docked in Belfast. And there, on the starboard side of the hull, is a 30-foot-long black mark, right where bunker number 6 sits behind the steel plates. That mark is evidence of intense heat damage, the kind of damage that happens when coal burns at over 1,000 degrees for weeks. Steel doesn't just burn, it weakens. At normal temperatures, the Titanic's hull could withstand tremendous pressure, but when you heat steel to extreme temperatures and then rapidly cool it in the freezing Atlantic, the metal becomes brittle. It loses its strength. The iceberg didn't just tear through healthy steel, it tore through steel that had been cooked from the inside. The ship was designed to survive 4 flooded compartments. But if the bulkhead between compartments 5 and 6 was already weakened by heat, it wouldn't take much for the flooding to spread beyond the point of no return. The iceberg didn't sink the Titanic, it just finished what the fire started. So if the fire was documented, why was it swept under the rug? Simple, because admitting it would have destroyed the White Star Line. The Titanic was insured for today's equivalent of $400 million. If the company admitted they sailed a ship with a known structural compromise, the insurance claim would be void. They'd face lawsuits, criminal charges, total collapse. At the inquiry, the fire was dismissed as incidental. Lord Mersey, the judge, claimed it had no bearing on the sinking. No bearing. A 1,000-degree fire in the exact location of the fatal breach? Some believe the ship's high speed wasn't caused by arrogance, but by desperation. To extinguish a bunker fire, you have to burn through the coal as fast as possible. You have to feed the furnaces. The Titanic wasn't trying to break records. It was trying to reach New York before the fire became catastrophic. If the hull had not been weakened, if those steel plates were at full strength, would 1,500 people have lived? If the bulkhead had held, the flooding might have stopped at 4 compartments. The unsinkable ship might have actually lived up to its name. But we'll never know for certain. What we do know is this: the fire was real. The cover-up was real. And the story you've been told is almost never the whole story. And if they lied about the fire, what else are they lying about? In the next video, we explore one of the most controversial theories in history, the Olympic switch. The idea that the ship at the bottom of the ocean isn't the Titanic at all, but its damaged sister ship, swapped in a massive insurance scam. If you want to find out the truth, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment below with your theory on the fire, because the truth is still down there, waiting.